Ryan Preece and RFK Racing issued a statement noting that they will not challenge the disqualification of Preece's number 60 Ford Mustang from Sunday's race at Talladega, where he had finished second. This follows in the wake of Team Penske also announcing that they would not challenge the ruling where Joey Logano's number 22 car was disqualified after he finished in fifth. So we got this initial announcement here over on X from NASCAR saying the number 60 and 22 cars have been disqualified following post-race inspection at Talladega due to spoiler infractions. The number 60 car is now credited with a 38th place finish, and the number 22 car with a 39th place finish. If we go over to NASCAR.com, it says Preece's number 60 RFK Racing Ford took the checkered flag in what was initially a career-best second place, half a car length behind race winner Austin Cindric's number 2 Mustang. Officials, however, discovered unapproved shims in the rear spoiler area. Logano had driven the number 22 Ford to an apparent fifth place finish, a result that would have been his first top 5 result of the season. Officials, however, found the number 22 to be in violation of section 14.5.8.e, which covers spoiler braces that are used at superspeedway events, and section 14.1.p under general vehicle assembly, which states all fasteners must be securely fastened at all times during an event. And so we got this statement here from Team Penske saying the number 22 Team Penske Ford Mustang was disqualified following post-race inspection at Talladega today. One of the 18 bolts on the surface of the spoiler that connect to the base was found to be loose, and NASCAR penalized the team as a result. This was not intentional and happened throughout the course of the race event. Team Penske accepts the disqualification. And they obviously announced that at 10 o'clock on April 27th. And the day of the race. And then RFK issued this announcement last night at 5 o'clock Eastern time saying RFK Racing acknowledges and accepts NASCAR's decision to disqualify the number 60 Ford Mustang following post-race inspection at Talladega and will not appeal the ruling. The infraction stemmed from an unintentional adjustment during pre-race inspection to correct a spoiler angle issue. While the change did not provide a competitive advantage, it did not meet the approved compliance method. We respect the ruling and remain committed to integrity and adherence to NASCAR's standards. Ryan Preece was asked about the DQ during an appearance on NASCAR or a Sirius XM NASCAR radio. I haven't listened to this yet, so we'll be listening to this the first time, but let's take a listen to the question and his response here.
A couple hours after the race, we find out that the car gets disqualified. You go from being 13 points above the bubble, above the cut line, to now 14 points below the cut line. You know, what can you tell us here a day after, and how did you find out?
Yeah, well, I was actually driving my motorhome. I was on my way home back from Talladega, and, you know, as anybody who does that ride, it's like a 5.5 hour, 6 hour ride. And, you know, the first 2 hours or hour and a half was pretty good. I was like, man, you know, I wish we won, but I'm still pretty proud of this. And then I got that phone call that we had been disqualified, and that made the next 4 pretty miserable. So, yeah, I mean, as far as I know, it was just, you know, it was just an oversight of when we went through for tech, and we put that piece in to basically, you know, fix the problem that we had in the first round. But it's definitely unfortunate because, you know, I believe you don't want more spoiler angle when you go to a super speedway, right? You want less drag, and that thing would definitely put drag in the race car. So, but you know what? I'm proud of these guys because this team, what it's really developed into and continuing to become is contenders. And I think we showed, we've only been together for 10 races, but we've had some really, really strong days. And, you know, we're going to continue to build on our notebook. I'm going to continue to gain confidence, and, you know, hopefully we can really not even worry about this weekend. We're going to move on and, you know, try to keep pushing everybody.
So there you go. That is what Ryan Preece had to say, obviously already putting it behind him and moving forward. And as he said, they've only been together for 10 races and they're already competing for wins. It just kind of shows the talent that Ryan Preece has behind the wheel. And anyone who watched him race in the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Series and up north in the Northeast with those modifieds know that he can wheel the car. And even when he was in NASCAR and maybe doing just the appearances on the Wheel and Modified Tour, he was obviously a competitor, one of the few that would give big money Matt Hirschman a run for his money every single race he was in. So looking forward to seeing him continue to compete, but obviously noting that didn't really gain a competitive advantage, but clearly just uncompliant with the rules there and kind of just accepting the DQ and moving on. But let me know what you guys make of both Ryan Preece, RFK Racing, Joey Logano, and Team Penske accepting the penalties and not challenging them. We'll see if there's any other penalties on top of this, because I do recall that Chase Briscoe was penalized for something similar, I felt like, with a spoiler infraction. And his might have been something with the parts, though, and not just kind of the number of shims, etc. And so that's why they penalized him even harsher. But I know he did actually appeal his penalty and get it overturned. But obviously, maybe a little bit of a different story here with these penalties to Preece and Logano, with both Ford teams accepting the penalty and moving on. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below.